Ever thought how would it look if you are busy in a meeting and someone asks you a question and you reply, I don't know? Especially in business meetings and with your clients, it looks very bad to answer them as I don't know. This is not a very polite expressions to use in certain cases. Hi guys, welcome to English Learning Stop. Today we are going to learn some polite expressions, some polite ways to use for the term I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to teach today. Let's begin. See, we are going to have differences between business meetings and casual meetings. Business meetings where you are in the office, you are having a business, or you are dealing with a business, or in the office, or with your office boss or clients. And with casual, when you are among your friends, how you say the term I don't know. But instead of repeatedly saying this term, we are going to learn some new ways. So let's begin with polite expressions when you are in an office or when you are in a meeting. So how do you say that? Now I've got a few phrases over here and we look how we are going to say those words, say those phrases with examples. Can you guess why are these so important? If you say I don't know, you are showing that you don't really care when you use these. But when you use these key tags that are the most common ones, it will look that you really care and it seems to be appropriate. Right? Let's begin. The first one I've written over here is but I'll look into that. Now consider, for example, if someone asks you what time do we leave for the airport and you don't really know what to say, so how you're going to say that? I'm not sure, but I will look into that. Okay, that looks much softer and much kinder, right? To reply it like this. So when next time when someone asks you, your boss asks you when we are going to leave for the airport, so instead of just giving a blunt I don't know, you are going to say I'm really not sure, but I'll look into that. Moving on to the next one. Let me look that up for you. So how do you use that? See, if a boss asks from his busy schedule that if he had to attend any meetings, so he's asking you this question and you are really not sure, but you are not 100% sure. You probably know, but you're not 100% sure. So instead of a big I don't know, you could say let me look that up for you. Okay, you have to be soft and you have to be very polite, and you can add extra information saying I guess that it is this and this are. Okay, if you are not really sure, you can add an extra information over there. So when someone asks you or when your boss asks you from his busy schedule what meetings he has to attend and at what timings, and you're not sure, you have to be very soft and very polite to reply in such a manner. Moving on to the next one. So if Mr. Smith asks you, is Mr. Jones already here? You were asked a question and you were not sure what to say. So you're going to be very soft, very polite, and you're going to reply, let me check on that. Okay, so you take some time and then you reply your boss that when he's going to be present. Okay, so let me check on that. This is used over there. Then again, and you can repeat these phrases. It's not necessary that you're going to just stuck up with this one phrase. You can use all these phrases. The next one is I'm not the best person to answer that. So if you were asked to choose for a tough decision, okay, the decision that is very tough and you really don't know what to say, you can always politely say I am not the best person to answer that. And you could add an extra layer over there by saying you can ask Sam who takes right decisions. Okay, would you like me to ask him or her and get back to you? We'll go with this one, but we have added an extra information over here. So you were asked for a tough decision and you really don't know what to say. So you just say, I'm not the best person to answer that. And you could add extra information over there saying that Sam is probably a tough and a wise person who takes decision. And you could ask him and you will get back to your boss. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next I don't know phrase. Okay, if someone asks you to solve some issue and you are unable to do it, you can always say, I'll get back to you on that. Be very polite, be very soft, and reply your boss or your client in such a manner. I'll get back to you on that. I really am not sure and I'll get back to you on that. I hope this is clear. Okay, remember the key to success is be soft and be polite. I'll write it over here. It's really a key to success. I'll tell you the reasons why I'm saying this. Be soft, be polite, especially with your business meetings. Why did I say this? I said this because it could give relief to the depressed moods, or it could change your career forever. Okay? So I hope next time when your boss asks someone, or when some customer arrives you, or when you are dealing with the clients, you are going to use these phrases instead of a big shout, I don't know. That's really look very bad and creates a bad expression in front of someone. Some other ways to reply to your boss. Now consider your boss asks you, did the marketing team send you the mail? You really don't know what to say. So you might say, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I look at an extra phrase over here. Add layers. But I'll look into it and let you know. The next one. Again, repeatedly, if someone asks you, did the marketing team send you the mail? I'm repeating the question once again. So you could also reply them as, not as far as I know, but I'll look into it and get back to you. That is why I've placed these dots over here. And you could even say, I'm not 100% sure, but I'll let you know about it. The next one, I don't want to give you the wrong answer, but will double check and get back to you. Maybe you are having some idea and that is why you are saying it, that you are going to double check it. Okay, did he send you the mail? So you're not sure, you're not 100% sure, but you have an option that there is something that you know about. So you're going to say, I don't want to give you the wrong answer, but will double check and get back to you on that. Right? I hope these are clear. Let's move on to the casual ones. These are some of the casual ways we are going to look at, and I hope you have read it till now. Let's begin. No clue, not a clue. If someone asks you, why didn't John join us at the farewell? So you don't have the slightest clue, and you're going to reply them, no clue. No clue. When is he going to show up? Not a clue. You could be very short and say, not a clue. That means you don't have any information with you and you just shrug your shoulders, maybe up or maybe down. You're just going to shrug your shoulders and maybe you're going to wave your hand and you say, no clue. The next one, I don't have the faintest idea. You don't know anything. When a person faints, he doesn't remember, he doesn't know anything what is happening around him. So we use this term over here to show that you don't know anything and you don't really care and you have not seen them. Okay, if someone asks you, have you seen John? So you say, I don't have the faintest idea. So these are all friendly or casual. You cannot use them while you are in your business meetings. So this is the difference between them. I haven't the foggiest idea. I'll place it in the bracket because we only say it as I haven't the foggiest. Okay, so that is probably an idea, of course. So, fog is, it's very tough to see in the morning when it's foggy. You cannot see clearly, that everything is blur in front of you. So that is why we say it with the idea that it is the foggiest idea. That means you really don't know, maybe you slightly know something, but you are not sure and you haven't got the foggiest idea. Okay, the next one, how should I know? Now, if someone asks you, when you are cross or when you are angry, you say, how should I know? Or beats me, no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Remember to use these when you are cross or when you are very angry. Okay, don't use it with your friends who are very pretty close to you. Okay, when you are angry with someone, you're going to use these terms. Okay, the next one, you might add a sigh if you really don't know where she is or what is she cooking and how much long she is going to take. So you're going to say, I wish I knew, with a sigh like this. Okay, who knows? You're going to roll your eyes a bit and you say, who knows? Roll your eyes and say this term, who knows? Or it's a mystery to me, no clue. So I hope these are clear to you. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll reply to them. Thanks a lot, guys.